Bonjour tout le monde. Hello everyone. You have made it. C'est vendredi. It's Friday. Woohoo! You have a few different things to complete today. All of the practice that I've been asking you to do with le mot de passe, saying bonjour over and over again and saying je m'appelle over and over again is going to pay off this week because you'll be making a Flipgrid. And that and your weekly check-in are really the only things you need to complete and show me something actively. So, le mot de passe, bonjour, TPR. Remember, that's where we do the gestures, les gestes. So, la classe se lève, la classe s'assied, la classe touche la tête. That's going to come into play for your Flipgrid. The next slide, we're going to learn how to ask and answer how someone is doing. It's pretty simple, and then you're going to practice that this week in your Flipgrid, and that as well as introducing yourself. So I'll show you where you can find the information about the Flipgrid, and then you'll be completing your first weekly check-in. So the question for how are you, there are a few different ways to say it, but this is the most simple. Ça va, ça va. And it's literally kind of how's it going, a little more specifically than how are you. Ça va? And then different answers. These are not the only answers, but these are some good ones. Super. Bien. Comme ci, comme ça. Mal. And you can also just answer ça va. Ça va. That is the same as the question, but in a statement form. So it's like, ça va? How's it going? Or is it going okay? Ça va. It's going okay. So that's another one that's just like comme ci, comme ça. In fact, I would say you hear ça va more often than you hear comme ci, comme ça. So practice that a few times. You're going to have to do it in your Flipgrid. Ça va? Super. Bien. Comme ci, comme ça. Ça va. Mal. Okay? And then you have your Flipgrid to complete. I will show you where that is. You'll just go into vendredi for this week, and then also to the assignment. So this tells you exactly what you need to put in the Flipgrid, and it also has the link. If you're not familiar with Flipgrid, it is pretty intuitive, pretty self-explanatory, easy to figure out. All you're going to do is read through this. It's the same thing that you saw in your Schoology assignment. Watch my example, which is pretty much exactly what you need to do yourself. And then click Add Response, click Record. You'll finish all of this, and then you will be done. There'll be a place for you to submit, and it's very, very simple. By clicking on the link, I believe it'll ask you to log in with Google, and so your name and stuff will be recorded. I don't think you'll have to put in any additional personal information. It's possible that I'm wrong, but for the most part, that's all you're going to have to do is those few simple steps. So hopefully that is pretty easy for you and doesn't cause any stress. And then the last thing on our agenda today is our weekly check-in. I'm having you do this for the first time today. This is something that, as the name implies, we will be doing weekly. And it is just to literally ask about you, how you're feeling, how class went, and then to rate your own participation. I know participation is very different in an online class than in an in-person class, but were you asking questions when you had them? Did you complete all of your work? This is the last thing, so by the time you get here, you should have completed everything for this week. Did you actively practice the stuff, or did you just go straight to the Flipgrid? All of this is honor system. I'm not grading you on it, but it's just a time for you to reflect on how well you engaged with the course material this week. I know there wasn't a lot this week. That will, of course, increase as time goes on. So that is it for this week. As always, let me know if you have any questions. I will be on I will not be on the Google Meet tomorrow because it's late start, so our schedule is a little bit different. But starting again on Monday and Tuesday, I'll be on Michon French Online from 11:30 to 12 on Google Meet. You can drop in with any questions. Always you can email me, of course. And then we'll have our next live meet next Wednesday, same time frame, 11:30 to 12, same Google Meet code, Michon French Online. So I hope to see many of you there. Otherwise, bon weekend. Have a great weekend. Au revoir.